Welcome to Cran 4 News. I'm anchorman Ken Carvajal.
And I'm Rico Sahara, and today we have an updated news on the Bosnian Genocide. Bosnia was recognized as an independent country by the European community and the United States. But the struggle for the Bosnian territorial sovereignty has not ended.
The three main groups to fight each other were the Bosnian Muslims, the Serbs, and the Croats. Now we have Nathaniel Abelera and Amanda Andreas to elaborate on the background of this story.
The Bosnian Genocide ultimately began due to the aftermath of World War II. The Balkan states of Bosnia, Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia, Slovenia, and Macedonia were then added to the Federal People's Republic of Yugoslavia. Due to a sudden change in government after the death of longtime Yugoslav leader in 1980, nationalism growth among the varying Yugoslav republics threatened to destroy the Union.
This later intensified when the Serbian leader Slobodan Milosevic rose to power. He helped solve conflict between Serbians in Bosnia and Croatia and their Croatian, Bosniak, and Albanian neighbors. The Muslim people were the largest population in Bosnia by 1971. In 1992, President Izetbegovic declared Bosnia's independence.
Proclamation of Bosnia's independence was opposed by Bosnian Serbs, who then launched a military campaign to secure desired territory and cleanse Bosnia of its Muslim population.
The Serbs targeted Bosniak and Croatian citizens in areas under their control. This process was known as ethnic cleansing.
This horrific event lasted from 1992 to 1995, with an estimated amount of 100,000 deaths. It was known as the largest massacre in Europe since the Holocaust. This massacre ended with the NATO bombing, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization's military operation against the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia.
This event was followed by a massacre at Srebrenica on July 1995, when the Bosniak civilians fled to seek shelter at the UN base north of Srebrenica. Serbian forces arrived and terrorized, raped, and killed Bosniak civilians at the compound. Bosnian Serb forces killed more than 7,000 Bosnian lives.
After the Bosnian Serb forces stormed into the UN, they dropped a bomb in Sarajevo. This war in Bosnia and Herzegovina ended in December 1995 with a peace agreement negotiated in Dayton, Ohio, and known as the Dayton Accords.
By the end, more than 100,000 civilians had been killed, more than 20,000 were missing and believed to be dead, and 2 million had become refugees. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization joined efforts with Bosnian and Croatian forces for 3 weeks of bombing Bosnia Serb positions and ground offensive. With Serbia's economy crippled by UN trade sanctions and military forces under assault in Bosnia after 3 years of warfare, Milosevic agreed to enter negotiations that October. The U.S. sponsored peace talks in November 1995, which resulted in the creation of a federalized Bosnia, divided between a Croat-Bosniak Federation and a Serb Republic.
The international community did little to prevent the systematic atrocities committed against Bosniaks and Croats in Bosnia while they were occurring, but it did actively seek justice against those who committed them. Over the next 2 decades, the ICTY charged more than 160 individuals of crimes committed during the genocide.
Cran 4 News is brought to you by the Genocide Prevention Now and the United to End Genocide programs. As a nation, it is our responsibility, and it all starts with you. We have been witnessing the terrible atrocities that genocides have caused among our nation, and we need to end this now.
As we are learning more about the risk factors and events that have led up to it in the past, we are also learning ways to prevent it in the future.
To prevent such awful events from occurring, we should implement programs focusing on teaching children of all ages to accept people regardless of their culture, race, ethnicity, or backgrounds in schools all over the nation.
We should also join organizations such as Genocide Prevention Now and United to End Genocide to put a halt to the executions of these genocides.
As a nation, it is our responsibility to make sure that